Start each week learning and growing as a community. Join us as we embark on the next growth adventure with the weekly reading. Good morning and welcome back to the weekly reading. We are currently reading Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life and The Secret Power of Yoga by Nischala Devi. If you'd like to listen to both books, make sure you check those videos out on the YouTube channel. Right now we are going to read Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life, and we are on chapter 9 this week. By the way, I'm Charlie. It's nice to have you here. We are on chapter 9, Daily Work. I enjoy practicing my new mental skills. If children gave up when they fell for the first time, they would never learn to walk. Like any other new thing you are learning, it takes practice to make it parts of your life. First, there's a lot of concentration, and some of us choose to make this hard work. I don't like to think of it as hard work, but rather as something new to learn. The process of learning is always the same, no matter what the subject. Whether you're learning to drive a car, or type, or play tennis, or think in a positive manner. First, we fumble and bumble as our subconscious mind learns by trial, and yet every time we come back to our practicing, it gets easier, and we do it a little better. Of course, you won't be perfect the first day. You will be doing whatever you can do. That's good enough for a start. Say to yourself often, I am doing the best I can. Always support yourself. I well remember my first lecture. When I came down from the podium, I immediately said to myself, Louise, you were wonderful. You were absolutely fantastic for the first time. When you have done 5 or 6 of these, you will be a pro. A couple hours later, I said to myself, I think we could change a few things. Let's adjust this and let's adjust that. I refused to criticize myself in any way. If I had come off the podium and begun berating myself with, oh, you were so awful, you made this mistake and you made that mistake, then I would have dreaded my second lecture. As it was, the second one was better than the first. And by the 6th one, I was feeling like a pro. Seeing the law working all around us. Just before I began writing this book, I bought myself a word processor computer. I called her my magic lady. It was something new I chose to learn. I discovered that learning the computer was very much like learning the spiritual laws. When I learned the computer's laws, then she did indeed perform magic for me. When I did not follow her laws to the letter, then either nothing would happen or it would not work the way I wanted it to work. She would not give an inch. I could get as frustrated as I wanted while she patiently waited for me to learn her laws. And then she gave me magic. It took practice. It's the same with the work you're learning to do now. You must learn the spiritual laws and follow them to the letter. You cannot bend them to your old way of thinking. You must learn and follow the new language. And when you do, then magic will be demonstrated in your life. Reinforce your learning. The more ways you can reinforce your new learning, the better. I suggest expressing with gratitude, writing affirmations, and sitting in meditation, enjoying exercise, practicing good nutrition, doing affirmations aloud, singing affirmations, taking time for relaxation exercises, using visualization, mental imagery, reading, and study. My daily work. My own daily work goes something like this. My first thoughts on awakening before I open my eyes are to be thankful for everything I can think of. After a shower, I take half an hour or so to meditate and do my affirmations and prayers. Then after about 15 minutes of exercise, usually on the trampoline, I will sometimes work out with the 6 a.m. aerobic program on television. Now I'm ready for breakfast consisting of fruit and fruit juices. No. My daily work. My own daily work goes something like this. My first thoughts on awakening before I open my eyes are to be thankful for everything I can think of. After a shower, I take half an hour or so to meditate and do my affirmations and prayers. Then, after about 15 minutes of exercise, usually on the trampoline, I will sometimes work out with the 6 a.m. aerobic program on television. Now I'm ready for breakfast consisting of fruit and fruit juices and herbal tea. I thank the Earth Mother for providing this food for me, and I thank the food for giving its life to nourish me. Before lunch, I like to go to a mirror and do some affirmations out loud. I may even sing them, something like, Louise, you are wonderful and I love you. This is one of the best days of your life. Everything is worked out for your highest good. Whatever you need to know is revealed to you. Whatever you need comes to you. All is well. Lunch is often a large salad. Again, the food is blessed and thanked. In the late afternoon, I spend a few minutes on my slant board, allowing my body to experience some deep relaxation. I may listen to a tape at this time. Dinner will be steamed vegetables and grain. Sometimes I'll eat fish or chicken. My body works best on simple food. I like to share dinner with others, and we bless each other in addition to the food. Sometimes in the evening, I take a few moments to read and study. There's always more to learn. At this time, I may also write out my current affirmation 10 or 20 times. As I go to bed, I collect my thoughts. I go over the events of the day and bless each activity. I affirm that I will sleep deeply and soundly, awakening in the morning bright and refreshed and looking forward to the new day. Sounds overwhelming, doesn't it? To begin with, it seems like a lot to cope with, but after a short period of time, your new way of thinking will become as much a part of your life as bathing or brushing your teeth. You will do it automatically and easily. It would be wonderful for a family in the morning to do some of these things together, meditating together in the morning to start the day, or just before dinner brings peace and harmony to all. If you think you don't have the time, you might get up half an hour earlier. The benefits would be well worth the effort. How do you begin your day? What is the first thing you say in the morning when you wake up? We all have something we say almost every day. Is it positive or negative? I can remember when I used to awaken in the morning and say with a groan, oh God, another day. And that is exactly the sort of day I would have, one thing after another going wrong. Now when I awaken and before I even open my eyes, I thank the bed for a good night's sleep. After all, we have spent the whole night together in comfort. Then, with my eyes still closed, I spend about 10 minutes just being thankful for all the good in my life. I program my day a bit, affirming that everything will go well and that I will enjoy it all. This is before I get up and do my morning meditations or prayers. Meditation. Give yourself a few minutes every day to sit in quiet meditation. If you are new at meditation, begin with 5 minutes. Sit quietly, observe your breathing, and allow the thoughts to pass gently through your mind. Give them no importance, and they will pass on. It is the nature of the mind to think, so don't try to get rid of thoughts. There are many classes and books you can explore to find ways to meditate. No matter how or where you begin, you will eventually create the method best for you. I usually just sit quietly and ask, what is it that I need to know? I allow the answer to come if it wants to. If not, I know it will come later. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. Another form of meditation is to sit quietly and observe the breath as it goes in and out of the body. As you inhale, count 1. As you exhale, count 2. Continue counting until you get to 10. Then begin at 1. If you notice your counting takes you to 25 or so, just go back to 1. There was one client who seemed to me to be so bright and intelligent. Her mind was unusually clever and quick, and she had a great sense of humor. Yet she could not get her act together. She was overweight, broke, frustrated in her career, and without a romance for many years. She could accept all the metaphysical concepts quickly. They made a lot of sense to her, yet she was too clever, too quick. She found it difficult to slow herself down enough to practice over a meaningful period of time the ideas she could grasp so quickly on a moment-by-moment basis. Daily meditation helped her enormously. We began with only 5 minutes a day and very gradually worked up to 15 or 20 minutes. Exercise. Daily affirmations. Take 1 or 2 affirmations and write them 10 to 20 times a day. Read them aloud with enthusiasm. Make a song out of your affirmations and sing them with joy. Let your mind go over these affirmations all day long. Affirmations that are used constantly become beliefs and will always produce results, sometimes in ways that we cannot even imagine. One of my beliefs is that I always have good relationships with my landlord. My last landlord in New York City was a man known to be extremely difficult, and all the tenants complained. In the 5 years I lived there, I saw him only 3 times. When I decided to move to California, I wanted to sell all my possessions and start fresh and unencumbered by the past. I began to do affirmations such as, all my possessions are sold easily and quickly. The move is very simple to do. Everything is working in divine right order. All is well. I did not think about how difficult it would be to sell things or where I would sleep the last few nights or any other negative ideas. I just kept doing my affirmations. While my clients and students quickly bought all the little stuff and most of the books, I informed my landlord on a letter that I would not be renewing my lease, and to my surprise, I received a phone call from him expressing his dismay at my leaving. He offered to write a letter of recommendation to my new landlord in California and asked if he could please buy the furniture, as he had decided to rent that apartment furnished. My higher consciousness had put the two beliefs together in a way I could not have conceived of. I always have good relationships with my landlord, and everything will sell easily and quickly. To the other tenants' amazement, I was able to sleep in my own bed in a comfortable furnished apartment until the last moment and be paid for it. I walked out with a few clothes, my juicer, my blender, my hairdryer, and my typewriter, plus a large check, and I leisurely took the train to Los Angeles. Do not believe in limitations. Upon arriving in California, it was necessary for me to buy a car. Not having owned a car before, nor having made a major purchase before, I did not have any established credit. The banks would not give me credit. Being a woman and self-employed did not help my case any. I did not want to spend all my savings to buy a new car. Establishing credit became a catch-22. I refused to have any negative thoughts about the situation or about the banks. I rented a car and kept affirming that I have a beautiful new car and it comes to me easily. I also told everybody I met that I wanted to buy a new car and had not been able to establish credit so far. In about 3 months' time, I met a businesswoman who instantly liked me. When I told her my story about the car, she said, "Oh, well, I will take care of that." She called a friend at the bank who owed her a favor and told her that I was an old friend and gave me the highest references. Within 3 days, I drove off a car dealer's lot with a beautiful new car. I was not excited so much as I was in awe of the process. I believe the reason it took me 3 months to manifest the car was that I had never committed myself to monthly payments before, and the little kid in me was scared and needed time to get up the courage to make the step. Exercise. I love myself. I assume you are already saying, I approve of myself, almost nonstop. This is a powerful foundation. Keep it up for at least a month. Now, take a pad of paper and on the top write, I love myself. Therefore, finish the sentences as many ways as you can. Read it over daily and add to it as you think of new things. If you can work with a partner, do so. Hold hands and alternate saying, I love myself, therefore. The biggest benefit of doing this exercise is that you learn it is almost impossible to belittle yourself when you say you love yourself. Exercise. Claim the new. Visualize or imagine yourself having or doing or being what you are working toward. Fill in all the details. Feel, see, taste, touch, hear. Notice other people's reactions to your new state. Make it all okay with you, no matter what their reactions are. Exercise. Expand your knowledge. Read everything you can to expand your awareness and understanding of how the mind works. There's so much knowledge out there for you. This book is only one step on your pathway. Get other viewpoints. Hear other people say it in a different way. Study with a group for a while until you go beyond them. This is a life work. The more you learn, the more you know. The more you practice and apply, the better you get to feel and the more wonderful your life will be. Doing this work makes you feel good. Begin to demonstrate results. By practicing as many of these methods as you can, you will begin to demonstrate your results of this work. You will see the little miracles occur in your life. The things you are ready to eliminate will go of their own accord. The things and events you want will pop up in your life seemingly out of the blue. You will get bonuses you never imagined. I was so surprised and delighted when, after a few months of doing mental work, I began to look younger. Today, I look 10 years younger than I did 10 years ago. Love who and what you are and what you do. Laugh at yourself and at life, and nothing can touch you. It's all temporary anyway. Next lifetime, you will do it differently anyway. So why not do it differently right now? You could read one of Norman Cousins' books. He cured himself of a fatal disease with laughter. Unfortunately, he didn't change the mental patterns that created that disease, and so just created another one. However, he also laughed himself to health on that one too. There are so many ways you can approach your healing. Try them all, and then use the ones that appeal to you most. When you go to bed at night, close your eyes and again be thankful for all the good in your life. It will bring more good in. Please do not listen to the news or watch it on TV the last thing at night. The news is only a list of disasters, and you don't want to take that into your dream state. Much clearing work is done in the dream state, and you can ask your dreams for help with anything you are working on. You will often find answer by morning. Go to sleep peacefully. Trust the process of life to be on your side, and take care of everything for your highest good and greatest joy. There is no need to make drudgery out of what you are doing. It can be fun. It can be a game. It can be a joy. It is up to you. Even practicing forgiveness and releasing resentment can be fun. If you want to make it so, again, make up a little song about the person or situation that is so hard to release. When you sing a ditty, it lightens up the whole procedure. When I work with clients privately, I bring laughter into the procedure as soon as I can. The quicker we can laugh about the whole thing, the easier it is to let go. If you saw your problems on a stage in a play by Neil Simon, You would laugh yourself right off the chair. Tragedy and comedy are the same thing. It just depends on your viewpoint. Oh, what fools we mortals be. Do whatever you can to make your transformational change a joy and a pleasure. Have fun. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I support myself, and life supports me. I see evidence of the law working all around me and in every area of my life. I reinforce that which I learn in joyous ways. My day begins with gratitude and joy. I look forward with enthusiasm to the adventures of the day, knowing that in my life all is good. I love who I am and all that I do. I am the living, loving, joyous expression of life. All is well in my world. Thank you for joining us for this week's weekly reading of Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. And we'll see you next time. Namaste.
We take the mystery and pain out of social media consistency for your business, giving you back time to shine in your zone of genius. Social media is the new branding. It deserves its own attention, thought, and effort. Yet so few businesses actually take this seriously and invest enough time on their strategy. We can do it for you at an affordable rate that will fit into your budget and allow you to pursue other revenue channels as well. The hardest part of social media management is keeping up the consistency to be seen and know what to post, when to post. Are you ready to have everything ready to go for you, saving you time and energy by not having to do it all yourself? Still getting your message out so that people get to know you, like you, and develop trust while opening yourself up to more time for the business of your business where you shine. Working with women in leadership, BSMB LLP is a unique experience that bridges the gap from face-to-face to virtual relationship marketing. Not only do we love to help you shine on social media, we love to share tools to help you grow with us, body, soul, mind, and business. Check out our podcast and YouTube channel for Mindset Mondays, Social Media Training Wednesdays, business interviews and special topics on Fridays, and weekly readings on Sundays. To schedule your consultation or podcast interview, head to our website, www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get our weekly readings on Sunday, our podcast, Mindset Monday, Social Media Training with Heather on Wednesdays with a live Q&A, and guest interviews and special topics on Fridays. Thank you for joining us. Find out more and schedule with us online at www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com, where you have a spot at the table. Thank you for joining in on the fun. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.